Right, so this is the ground description of Loftus Road, QPR's ground, for visually impaired fans, or just fans who are listening in on the audio feed and wants to get a bit of an idea of what the game looks like. If you are the latter, by the way, as you'll see in a moment, the cameras are on the opposite side of the ground, so what I'm describing will be a mirror image. This is a nice traditional ground, which, although it has changed since the 70s in terms of having improvements, it's essentially the same as it was then. It was an iconic ground. I mean, in the mid-70s, QPR finished second in the top division one year, and they were through the 70s, 80s, and up till about the 90s, traditionally a top division team here in West London. It's hemmed in by buildings, and over the top of the stands you can see the tops of tower blocks. There's very little space around this ground. Not sure if there actually is a car park here. Certainly the main offices just go straight onto the street, and all the press are parked in schools dotted around the area within walking distance. But yeah, to describe, it's got an iconic look to it. It was always very recognisable because it has, well, they play in blue-white hoops, and so it's got blue seats and everything's blue, a sort of quite darkish blue. Looks nice, and also the roofs are quite low. It's got a compact ground. It was a very compact ground, but the front of the stand, it drops deep, and so it's got what look like very thick topped stands, if you will. I'll try and explain it as we go around. Anyway, so to the left we've got a two-tiered stand, not massive, compact, like I said, with that roof, like I said, overhanging and a straight vertical front to that roof. It is the Go Out Loftus stand. I don't know what that means. It must be a sponsor. So that says that on the front of the stand with the QPR badge in the middle. You've got two banks of about 15 rows each. The bottom right quarter, if you will, is safe standing. The rest is blue seats. And in the middle of the front of the balcony is a blue scoreboard, QPR 0, Wrexham 0, with the badges next to the names and the clock as well. And then in the corner, the corners are all filled in. The corner at the bottom tier looks like the police control room, with big open windows so they can keep an eye on the crowd. The top one curves around with more safe standing at the top. You can just about make out as well on the back wall that there are some banners that the QPR fans have put up, and then opposite us, same stand in terms of seats, except it's not two-tier, it's one tier going up for looks like about 20 rows. It's, as it says on the low-hanging front of it, the Stanley Bowles stand. Stan Bowles was a legendary creative player for QPR in the 70s and early 80s. Hanging down from the roof is a gantry, camera gantry, very wide one in fact, and there are actually the stand's held up by 4 pillars, which is, you know, not something you find in modern grounds, but like I said, this is a fairly old ground. There's also pillars in our way as well, although they've been, I was going to say they've been positioned so they won't interfere. I just realised one of them's right in between me and the goal. Oh, okay. Moving across is a rather fancy little addition, because you have to be cute when your ground is obviously going to be hemmed in, and therefore you can't really alter it. There is what looks like the sort of top level hospitality box hanging down from the right hand side of the stand from the roof, with a totally clear front. So that would be an amazing view to be up in that, and you can stand up against the glass and you're right above the corner flag, so that would be quite something. Then moving along behind, the corner again isn't filled in with seats really. There's a little gap, there's nothing in there, it doesn't seem. And then the roof is continuous, so and then behind the goal again, it's the away end. It seems identical pretty much to the opposite one behind the other goal, except the bottom tier of seats are all white, and there's that netting they have across the front 5 or so rows to stop, I guess, people coming on the pitch. Although having said that, it's not across the steps, so you can still get to the edge of the pitch okay. The top tier has got some safe standing right at the back, not as much, it doesn't look like. And then the stands that I'm in now appears to be a copy of the one opposite me, except, as can be told by the roof line, it's just a little bit taller. Just a bit taller. So there you are. Loftus Road. Oh, press box. Quite compact, but I like that, if I'm honest with you. And it also, we got screens in front so the press can watch the match. Those things tend not to be all that brilliant, if I'm perfectly honest with you, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'm watching a football match. I'm all right with it. Okay, so there you are, Loftus Road, home of QPR.